So those were the last two videos about the Black's Law Dictionary. Now, this is what I want to say about that. This is what I want to say. Because I was looking at that word coke as I kind of went back and watched that video. I think it was the last one. I went back and watched it. That word coke, it sounds like punk. So when you look at the U in punk, it almost makes like a wide O sound. So that would be like Oriental and Asian, because the O in Oriental is just a representation of the globe, that O. So Oriental in English would be like the United States protecting China, or China protecting, I got the hiccups, or China protecting the English. That's coke. So that retrieval coke, which is a source in a bracket, that's how when you start to see the politics adjust on the globe, that's how what laws the world is going to enforce. You got to go back to Black's Law's first dictionary. You got to go back to it. So start looking at the sources that's next to those Latin maxims, those Latin expressions. They're called Latin maxims. And Latin maxim just means to the extent of the law, or the extreme part of the law, or the end of the law. That's basically what it transliterates to. So coke, again, just means English and Oriental, their partnership. And you have to know. You have to know that, you know what I mean? Because like right now we see the globe is basically the United States and the United States protecting England, which is, again, that's like, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, England, you know what I mean? So it's basically right now China versus the United States. So I need to find in that book where that law is being enforced. I need to find that Latin maxim where those events and those procedures are being expressed. So like if I can find that Latin maxim, and I'm going to do a quick search, and I'm going to make a post about what I find. You basically just type into the search engine like Latin maxim coke or something like that, and maybe, I don't know, Cowell, maybe something like that, because Cowell, that's a retrieval in one of the Black's Law dictionaries, basically one. So I need to find that out, man. And once I find that out, it's going to be clear, what that Latin maxim says and what's going to be the end result of the term for these next 10 years. You know what I mean? Like the next 10 years, like Latin maxims explain what people always like to talk about, like, these countries are 400 years ahead and all of that, right? Coincidence. So when you see that, right, you just got to think like, Latin maxims, they're the answer to what a person's politics is going to be 5 years out, 10 years out, 20 years out. That's really what it's going to tell. So I'm going to go look at that right now. I'm going to search it. And I may make one of those banner posts, explaining the maxim, just writing the maxim and abbreviating it and putting the parentheses on it. So we'll see. Great peace. Yakoki.